Hello everyone. Did you know that there's one specific vitamin that 90% of elderly people lack, and it's the hidden cause behind serious health problems? Today, we'll reveal this important vitamin and how to avoid its deficiency, the early symptoms you should never ignore, and effective practical solutions. So, stay with us until the end, because the last piece of information will completely change your perspective. If you find this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and comment with "I benefited" so we know the content reached you effectively. Let me start with a true story about Mrs. Fatima, 68 years old, who was experiencing constant fatigue and memory weakness. She visited multiple doctors and always got the same result. This is normal with aging, but the truth was completely different. The problem was the deficiency of just one vitamin. This vitamin we'll discuss today, which is considered the most important and most deficient vitamin among the elderly, is vitamin B12. Yes, vitamin B12, which scientists call the energy and memory vitamin. What's the secret behind this name, and how does its deficiency radically affect human life? Recent scientific studies confirm that more than 40% of people over 60 suffer from vitamin B12 deficiency without knowing it. What's more dangerous is that this deficiency develops slowly over many years, making the symptoms appear as if they're a natural part of aging. But the truth is that most of these symptoms can be avoided and completely recovered from when this important vitamin is supplemented. Vitamin B12 has exceptional importance in the body. It's primarily responsible for forming red blood cells that carry oxygen to all body organs. It's also essential for nervous system health and protecting nerves from damage. It plays a pivotal role in metabolism and energy production. Here's the important question: why are elderly people more susceptible to deficiency of this vital vitamin? The first and most important reason is that the stomach's ability to secrete gastric acid gradually declines with age. And gastric acid is essential for absorbing vitamin B12 from food. In other words, even if an elderly person consumes adequate amounts of foods rich in this vitamin, their body cannot absorb it properly. The second reason is taking certain medications common among the elderly, such as antacids and diabetes medications that affect vitamin absorption. The third reason is changes in diet, where elderly people tend to consume smaller amounts of meat and fish, which are the main sources of this vitamin. Now, let me share the early warning signs of vitamin B12 deficiency that you should never ignore. The first sign is feeling constant fatigue and exhaustion, even after adequate rest. This fatigue differs from ordinary tiredness because it doesn't disappear with rest and gradually increases over time. The second sign is memory and concentration problems, where a person starts forgetting simple things or has difficulty concentrating during conversation or reading. The third and very important sign is feeling numbness or tingling in hands and feet. This symptom occurs due to the vitamin deficiency's effect on peripheral nerves, and dangerously, this damage may become permanent if not treated in time. The fourth sign is mood changes, such as depression or unexplained irritability, because vitamin B12 plays an important role in producing neurotransmitters responsible for mood regulation. The fifth sign is muscle weakness and difficulty walking or maintaining balance. This happens because vitamin deficiency affects muscle strength and motor coordination. The sixth sign is pale skin and slight yellowing, especially around the eyes, which occurs due to lack of healthy red blood cells. The seventh sign is digestive system problems, such as loss of appetite, diarrhea, or constipation. Another important sign is rapid heartbeat or heart palpitations. This happens because the heart tries to compensate for oxygen deficiency in the blood by pumping more blood. Finally, there may be ear ringing or hearing problems. Now, the important question: how can vitamin B12 deficiency be accurately diagnosed? Proper diagnosis requires a simple blood test to measure vitamin levels in the blood. The normal rate should be above 300 picograms per milliliter. However, the problem is that some people may experience deficiency symptoms even if vitamin levels are in the lower normal range. Therefore, additional tests such as methylmalononic acid and homocysteine tests are recommended to confirm diagnosis. The good news is that treating vitamin B12 deficiency is very effective and completely safe, especially if deficiency is discovered early. Treatment can be through injections, tablets, or nasal sprays. Injections are considered the fastest and most effective, especially in severe cases where daily injections are given for a week, then weekly injections for a month, then monthly injections for follow-up. Tablets are suitable for less severe cases or long-term follow-up. The usual dose ranges between 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms daily. What's wonderful is that vitamin B12 is very safe, even at high doses, because it's a water-soluble vitamin, and the body eliminates excess amounts through urine. Nasal sprays are an excellent option for people who fear injections or cannot absorb tablets well. These sprays are absorbed directly through the nasal mucous membranes and reach the blood quickly. The golden advice I want to share with you: early treatment of vitamin B12 deficiency can completely reverse most symptoms, especially fatigue, psychological problems, and memory issues. However, effects on nerves may need longer time to improve and in some advanced cases may be permanent. Therefore, early detection and quick treatment are extremely important. Regarding prevention, there are effective strategies elderly people can follow. First, ensure consuming adequate amounts of foods rich in vitamin B12, such as red meat, chicken, fish, especially salmon and tuna, eggs and dairy products, and seafood like oysters and shrimp. Second, for elderly vegetarians, it's very important to consume foods fortified with the vitamin, such as fortified breakfast cereals or nutritional yeast, or take dietary supplements regularly because plant sources of this vitamin are very limited. Third, review medications with the doctor to ensure they don't affect vitamin absorption, especially antacids like proton pump inhibitors and diabetes medications like metformin. Fourth, conduct regular blood tests for vitamin B12 levels, especially for people over 50. This test is recommended annually as part of routine checkups. Now let me share very important information that may change your view of this vitamin. Recent studies indicate that vitamin B12 deficiency may increase the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. The reason is that this vitamin is essential for protecting nerves and producing myelin that covers nerve fibers. When the vitamin is deficient, this protection is damaged and gradual deterioration in brain functions occurs. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed over 1,000 people over 70 for 8 years and found that people with low vitamin B12 levels were 50% more likely to experience cognitive function decline compared to those with normal levels. Interestingly, this study found that even mild vitamin deficiency, which may not cause obvious symptoms, can affect brain health in the long term. This means prevention and early treatment are much more important than we previously thought. Another important point is the relationship between vitamin B12 and heart health. Deficiency of this vitamin leads to elevated homocysteine levels in the blood, and homocysteine is a harmful substance that increases the risk of heart disease and strokes. Therefore, compensating for vitamin B12 deficiency not only improves current symptoms, but also protects against serious future health problems. For people who have undergone stomach or intestinal surgeries, especially gastric sleeve or bypass operations, these people are at very high risk for vitamin B12 deficiency because the operation affects the body's ability to absorb the vitamin. Therefore, they must take supplements for life and monitor vitamin levels regularly. An important practical tip: if you're taking vitamin B12 supplements, it's better to take them on an empty stomach in the morning to ensure best absorption. If you take them with vitamin C, this helps improve absorption further. However, avoid taking them with coffee or tea because caffeine may affect absorption. The last and very important information I want to share with you: treating vitamin B12 deficiency is not expensive at all compared to the enormous health benefits it achieves. Vitamin B12 tablets are available in most pharmacies at affordable prices, and injections are also inexpensive. But the benefit you'll get in terms of improved energy, memory, psychological state, and prevention of serious health problems is priceless. The conclusion I want you to take from this video: vitamin B12 isn't just an ordinary vitamin, it's the key to health and vitality for the elderly. Its deficiency is very common, but treatable and preventable. Early symptoms are clear for those who know how to watch for them. Treatment is simple, safe, and effective. But what's important is not ignoring these symptoms and believe they are a natural part of aging. If you or a loved one is over 50 and experiencing any of the symptoms we mentioned, don't hesitate to consult a doctor and request a vitamin B12 level test. This simple step might be the reason for radical improvement in quality of life and general health. Share your experiences with vitamin deficiencies in the comments or if you have questions about this topic. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family because this information might benefit someone dear to you. Always remember that your health is a trust in your hands, so take care of it.